The Oklahoma City Thunder might actually start the year close to like a 30-2 record, partly due to former MVP SGA. The OKC Thunder are off to a hot start at 17-1 and have a chance to honestly break the record for most wins in a season. SGA is a big part of it, as we'll get into his isolation and pick and roll scoring, as well as his playmaking abilities. In this first ball screen action, we get to see Hartenstein run up from the right block. Setting the screen, he slips it early, and this honestly creates a situation where the hedge defender cannot cut off SGA in time. And SGA will get right to the basket and reach and extend for the layup. This is honestly poor defense, but honestly a smart play by Hartenstein to slip and pop right away, so that way the hedge defender thinks he's flipping the screen, but really not. Another ball screen action on this play, and SGA forces the defender to go over the screen. Now, SGA pins him on his backside, and it's all about angles, especially in the pick and roll game, and playing with pace. He slows down his pace to keep the defender on his back, realizes the hedge defender is playing as a soft hedge and dropping back on Hartenstein's roll, and he gets to the basket, finishes again, and I think this is just smart play, and honestly, playing with patience is a big part of this play. The next pick and roll action will be set up in a different spot as the screen is set higher, so SGA gets downhill right away. As a defense, this makes you panic. You're trying to stop the ball. And in this situation, we'll break it down a little bit further as he plays through contact. Let's take another look at the replay angle. We already see the screen being set, and his eyes are locked on the help side and hedge defender. So, number 2 being the hedge defender on this play, he will attack him getting downhill because he's not stepped up high enough. So, as we let it play out, he eventually bumps into the defender. The defender leans his left shoulder towards SGA. Once the defender is leaning like this is a perfect spot to do a spin or a spin layup of sorts. So, he does that. And as we get to the rim, you see not full extension of his off arm, but knowing he has to play through contact, that partial extension just to protect yourself and create that contact is one of the best things you can do. Just a quick reminder to like and subscribe, go rate and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. But as we jump back into the OKC Thunder action in SGA, they are 17-1 and have the possibility of owning 2 lottery picks this upcoming season, and one of them could be top 5. The league might have to do a little bit of a change up so that way this becomes not unfair. Could you guys imagine a guy like AJ DeBansa or even a Boozer on the OKC Thunder for a team that's 17-1 without their second best scorer in J-Dub? We finally get to see an isolation play here, and yes, he kind of walks him down, but the biggest part of this is what we call a punch dribble. This punch dribble creates a shoulder bump that also allows him to step back and create an open mid-range shot. The mid-range is his best location and is almost like his hot spot, some would say. And he had 37.7 assists in this game. We'll get to the playmaking at some point, but the 37 points can come off of basic moves like this or pick and roll reads. Another ISO play after following the one we just saw. Instead of taking the mid-range shot off of a step back, he gets downhill, forces the help side defender to step out. Hartenstein gets an easy dump off but misses the layup, just the way it goes sometimes. It's interesting the way the Blazers played this, and he gets open on a stack screen, and it's a very simple action and a very simple hold off. He just gets positioning, holds him off, takes the layup. I feel like the Blazers should have had somebody in help side or somebody dropped off on this play. There was no reason to play that tight up on a stack. All right, time for some playmaking. The Blazers end up running zone on this defensive action, and the Thunder counter by running what we call overload, which is just overloading a side, and you have more offensive players on a side than what the defense can cover. So you have 4 on one side with 3 guys basically trying to rotate. Now, where the offensive playmaking action really comes into play is that SGA gets the ball at the top of the key, and the defender right here is trying to play 2. Chet's on the left block, and there's a guy on the left wing. He ends up almost running out to the left wing just enough to where SGA just pinpoints the pass and gets the easy dunk for Chet. Listen, from a coaching perspective, I understand that you want to throw a bunch of different looks at SGA, but this is just not a good one. You want to play 2-3 zone and back-to-back plays, he wants to do something like this, where whether he's scoring the ball or he's dishing it out. And you trapped him here. You trapped him here, and the one thing you left open, which is commonly open in zones, right, is the skip pass to Isaiah Joe. And for those of you that don't know, Isaiah Joe shoots 41% from the three-point line this season and 40% for his career. Not smart. Overall, the dominance of this team and SGA specifically is fun to watch, but it's just crazy to me thinking how good they are right now. 17-1 right now with a former MVP. They won the NBA title last year with almost the best chance. I'm pretty sure they have the best chance to win it again this year, even with other drama like Luka and LeBron having a second year, or even the Detroit Pistons and their hot start. I don't think anybody cares because the OKC Thunder are still the defending champs and still looking like the OKC Thunder. Even without J Dub, this team is phenomenal. They have a deep team. They found a key guy in Mitchell off the bench. There's a lot going for them. They could have 2 lottery picks going into next year. It's just a lot coming together. Guys are not even in their primes yet, if you want to think about it that way. So, a lot looking up for the Thunder. That'll do it for another episode of Court Vision, a Life in the Stands production. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe on all socials. And until next time, remember, the film never lies.